applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. I sadly mistaken, I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the best football show on the planet, FFC with Coach Coombs, and I'm joined by one of my greatest friends, my man Dave. How you doing, my man?
I'm feeling great, Coach. Came off a great NBA live show last night on Dave's Doghouse. Thanks to everybody that tuned in. But now we get to talk about some off-season football. We get to talk about the AFC West and the NFC West. So I'm excited about today. How you feeling today, Coach?
Oh, I'm very excited because with all this going on, one thing to keep in mind, training camp has started. So we are 100% in the off season of football, meaning this is where things start getting riled up. This is where you still have a lot of contract disputes out there that still have to get handled prior or after the after training camp. So right now it's just a lot of mess with strings that lead to one destination, week one. Everything is gearing up for week one. So this is where it starts right here. Training camp has started. People are we're watching practices now, like literally, like that's what training camp is. This is the start of practice. Okay, ignore, this person threw 5 interceptions in practice. Practice, people, remember, practice. You want that in practice. You understand what I'm telling you? So don't get too discouraged when you see little comments like that from these analysts who have nothing else to do when they're watching the football. Us, real football people, we're going to watch training camp for what it is. Training camp. We want our eyes on every individual that has a roster, that's on the roster, that has a jersey, because we want to see from the vet all the way down to the unrestricted free agent. What do you have to offer in this organization? That is what training camp is all about. But till then, we get to play with predictions and we get to guess what these teams are going to do with no information.
Exactly.
Except for what we have based on what we know prior to anything that happened up to today.
No information, no injuries, there hasn't been a random trade anywhere. Nobody one person got cut, but I mean that was expected to happen because of what he did off the field. But other than that, it's do or die. We get to see exactly what's going to happen. So I'm ready.
The TV should be on and training camp should be on your TV. Everything about that is live now. All right, but what we are going to do here on this show is we're going to get right into these predictions. Dave, who do we have up first?
First, we have the reigning Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs.
Awesome. Let's see here. Wrong one. Kansas City Chiefs.
So I think what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna kind of sort of talk about their off season, what they did in the off season so far. So they had some interesting signings. They went and got Hollywood Brown in a trade from the Arizona Cardinals. So that's a receiver that helps bolster this receiving core. They went and they signed Carson Wentz to be their backup, so they got Carson Wentz as a backup now. They signed Mike Dana, they gave Clyde Edwards-Helaire another deal. Chris Jones, of course, is back. Drew Tranquill gave him another deal. They made some nice moves this offseason. And then along with the draft, they got another speedy receiver and Xavier Worthy. So they pretty much fixed what they needed, and which was receivers. Because
absolutely.
they didn't necessarily have a number one receiver last year because they thought that it would be Kadarius Toney, but we saw that did not work out for them. So they addressed the receiver position. They did trade away one of their best corners because he is now in Tennessee, so they don't have him anymore. But this defense is still really good. They were top 5 last year. And you can see it throughout the playoffs, throughout the season, and you saw it in the Super Bowl as well, how great this defense is. And now, even though they have the biggest thing about the Chiefs this offseason was all of the off the field stuff that was going on. Because you had Rashee Rice, who got the car accident, they from them racing cars and stuff. So you had that issue going on. Then you had Isaiah Buggs, I believe that's his name, who just got cut because of something that he did, because he had 2 incidents. One was dogfighting, then the other one was domestic violence. So he's cut. But the thing is, I don't think that's going to hinder anything that they do in the regular season, in this season. They've handled situations like this before. Remember, they had Tyreek Hill who had those issues. They had Hunt who had those issues. So I don't think this stops them from doing anything.
No, I agree. With the changes that they've made, and the funny thing is, as much as I rip Brown, I actually kind of like the move to Kansas City because his route running has never been my issue. I've never came at him about he can't run, he can't separate. No, he does all that just fine. It's these.
Yeah.
These are my problem with him. But he actually has also shown, weirdly, under the right quarterback, he can be fine. I think sticking him with Kyler Murray, because Kyler Murray is not a pocket style quarterback. Kyler Murray doesn't read through progressions. I think that's the type of quarterback
Kyler Murray don't read nothing but Call of Duty stuff.
He's reading gun signals. Like, that's it. Like, he ain't doing nothing on the field with his playbook. I can tell you that much. But with Brown, that combination didn't work. I think it was okay with Lamar. The only difference is the Ravens aren't a passing team; they're a running team. So his catches will be limited all the time because they will ride the run before anything else. Mm-hmm. So coming over to Patrick Mahomes, I think it also humbles him a little bit. I'm not saying he was unhumbled. Hopefully the media humbles about him, basically. Because they're the ones that pretty much threw his name out there. He went out there, didn't show it, and then they dragged him under the bus for it. Mm-hmm. So hopefully coming under Pat, it's just more of an emergence for him to kind of show that he can actually come out here and play football. Because for me, if you can't play football, if you come out here looking like Kadarius Toney, well, I mean, I think this will be your last team, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, they got, but even the receiver they drafted has hand issues. Xavier Worthy, he had those issues in Texas in college last year. So I think that's going to be the biggest talk. Can they control that? Can they get better at that? But remember, Jamar Chase had those issues in the preseason. What happened in the regular season? He balled out. So
under the right circumstances, under the right coaching, those yips can be. That's why I don't get upset when I hear a receiver has yips in the preseason. You understand this college kid is trying to basically reset his skill set, not even reset, elevate his skill set to the next level. It's almost like an 8th grader going to high school. Like, it is a instant, like, it's not the switch doesn't flip that fast. You're in shock mode pretty much the whole time. Like, you were a child and now you're on these big boys every day. Like, you're like, whoa, it's a lot. So it's the same concept coming from the collegiate level. Yeah, you won a national championship. And that same 4.2 speed you have, these 300-pound dudes got the same speed you got, bro. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the NFL. Yeah. So the yips in preseason, I don't care. You have the yips coming out of preseason, we may have a little bit of issues, you know. And it depends too. Those yips also kind of depend. The first couple of games, if you have 7 catches or 7 targets, you caught 5 or 4, but they were really good. And the other ones you kind of missed were just either, you know, you can make excuses for them. That's fine. Don't let those excuses continue to pile up throughout the season. Fix those excuses each week, and just make yourself better. It only becomes a problem when the yips do not allow you to elevate your skills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the Chiefs definitely had a lot of off the field drama this offseason. I think the most out of any team in the NFL, honestly.
To be honest with you, let's not forget, Buddy still got his brother's drama stuff. He got that.
He got his brother's stuff.
Still has to deal with, weirdly enough.
And his father got arrested for. His father got arrested this offseason as well. So
that's very true. A professional athlete in his own right.
And then you got the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift thing as well. That's drama in itself.
Yeah, it is, because the minute it doesn't go right, it's on the team. Like the minute that thing goes sour, it's all in the media of the team. Like it's too much. They do have a lot going on. It's almost like the Hollywood may not.
Exactly, but it's Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. So I don't think this stops them from being successful at all.
No, that's why he's in that Bose commercial. He put them bad boys on. He can't get nothing, bro.
Exactly. So, Coach, go ahead and start with your predictions.
So, for my prediction for the Kansas City Chiefs, and that's with the offseason things that Dave talked about, with the cuts that he also talked about, with these receivers that they're trying to load up on, I've come up with the Chiefs, and this clearly because it's Pat Mahomes and that defense and Andy Reid. I got 11-6 right now. I got them winning that Thursday night opener against Baltimore. I have them losing week 2 against Cincinnati. I have them losing that game just because them first 4 weeks are so flimsy. And at home against Cincinnati, it's like Cincinnati kind of has Kansas City's number 2, by the way. And for Joe Burrow, this would be a great win in week 2, depending on what they do in week 1. I haven't looked at their record yet, but you beat Patrick Mahomes in week 2. It's a good little catapult to continue your season, especially because you are the you are the past highest paid quarterback. Or is he still currently the highest paid quarterback? Joe Burrow. No, he is. He's still currently the highest paid quarterback.
I believe so.
I'll
check that.
So this will be a good game in that context for you to win. Just not about your paycheck, but you're the highest paid quarterback. You didn't finish off your year last year the way you wanted. You have to come out this year a bit stronger. In a game like this in week 2, you can't lose to Patrick Mahomes. So I do have the Bengals winning that game. I have the Chiefs winning Sunday night against the Falcons. In week 4, I have them losing to the Chargers just because it's a away division game. I have them winning week 5 Monday night against New Orleans. So the first 5 weeks, I have them going 3-2, and that seems plausible for a Kansas City Chiefs team in the first 5 weeks. Week 6, they have a bye week, which I hate those week 6 bye weeks. Week 7, they are at San Francisco, which I have them at a loss. Week 8 against the Raiders, even though it's a division. You know what? I gave them a win, but I'm gonna give this a loss because I'm gonna put a little bit more respect on the Raiders, and Antonio Pierce. I thought about this one hard. I was like, I'm gonna see if I wake up with the same rendition, I'm gonna change it. So that's a loss. So that actually changes them to 10-7. The Kansas City Chiefs. Monday night against Tampa Bay is a win. Week 10 against Denver is a win. Week 11 against Buffalo is a win. Week 12 against Carolina is a win. Week 13 against the Raiders. At home against the Raiders is a win. Week 14 at home against the Chargers is a win. Week 15 away at Cleveland, I have them with a loss. And then I have them with another loss, week 16 against Houston. And then I have them beating Pittsburgh in week 17. And then I have them losing to Denver in week 18. So that'll give them a 11-6 record.
All right, so we're only
I
off
mean, 10 to 7, 10 to 7. I changed that one game.
Okay, so we're off by 2.
Okay.
I have the Chiefs going 12-5.
Ooh.
Yeah, I still respect this team, man. Not saying that you don't, but I still respect this team highly. So I have them losing the first game against the Ravens at home. I think the Ravens come back and get their revenge from the AFC Championship game. I have them beating the Bengals. I don't have them losing again until they play San Francisco. After that week six bye. So I have them losing that game. Then I have them beating the Raiders, beating the Buccaneers, beating the Broncos. I have them losing to the Bills, beating the Panthers. The Panthers are like chopped liver, honestly.
Yeah, they really are.
I have them beating the Raiders again. I have them losing the second game against the Chargers. Then I have them beating the Chiefs, losing to the Texans, and then winning the last 2 games. So I have them 12-5.
Interesting. How many do you have them beating the Broncos twice or once?
Twice.
So you actually have them outside of the Chargers. You have them 5-1 in the division.
Yeah, I have them 5-1.
Okay, because I have them 4-2. I have them 4-2 in the division. I only have them losing. I only have them beating the Broncos twice. I have no faith in the Broncos.
Yeah, I got
especially against a powerhouse like this.
I like Antonio Pearson when he's doing with the Raiders, but
and that's why I changed that one game.
The whole thing to me is the quarterback position. What is Aiden O'Connell going to be able to do? And is it going to be Aiden O'Connell or is it going to be Gardner Minshew? Because we don't know, honestly. Because right now Aiden O'Connell is a starter, but will he go the full season as a starter? That's the thing. But I trust the Chiefs more, because of their defense and because of Patrick Mahomes and the 2 weapons that he just added along with Travis Kelce. So I trust him a lot more.
Okay. I could go up 1 game and take away a Broncos game because take away that other Raiders game, and I'll keep it at 11-6.
Yeah,
I like you saying that they're going to go 5-1 in that division. Yeah,
I don't. The one team I know that they have a hard time with almost every single time is the Chargers.
That's it. Yeah, and that's very true. And the only reason why they actually were able to really beat up on the Chargers themselves is because the quarterback he had no body parts. Like the dude was limping on and off the field. Like
boy had broken ribs playing in the game. So
no, yeah. I can dig that. I can go with that.
And then, of course, it's also because I'm showing some love for Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh was the old 49ers coach, and I like his philosophy. He just came off a national championship with Michigan, so I think
he got a running back crying right now.
Exactly. So
he want to run it. He want to all running back. Yeah, he does. That's how he's won football games when he was with the San Francisco 49ers. That's how he won all football games. Running the ball. What, are you serious, dude? You just mad because you can't run and he's about to cut you, or you gonna play second fiddle to whoever he finds.
Frank Gore still has the most running yards in the season for a 49er. And we got Christian McCaffrey on our team right now.
Look at that. And by the way, don't let me even think about what Harbaugh would have done with a Christian McCaffrey.
Oh my gosh.
He keeps running backs. I'm sorry.
I tell you this: if Harbaugh was coaching that Super Bowl, he's not taking the ball out of McCaffrey's hands.
Nope. Excuse me. I try to say no, drink at the same time. Nope, you back. Nah, he would have kept that ball running, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what he did with Kaepernick. That dude ran a lot for a quarterback. He knew what he had in his weaponry. He knew how to properly use it. Sorry, nobody saw that. The minute he left that team went down. That's how I fear was going to happen to Michigan.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. So next, coach, we got the Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos. All right. This one was it was hard easy because I was trying to find wins for these boys, bro. Like,
man, so was I.
I was really, really digging. It's to the point when you can look at a team and say they're not even going to beat Baker Mayfield. Like, that's really bad. And I'm not trying to come for Baker. That's not my issue. Because I even think Tampa without even looking at them, they look like a 9-8, maybe a 10-win team. But I mean, Broncos, you guys gave all that money to Russell Wilson, and when I say you got nothing in return, you have no draft picks.
They got Zach Wilson, coach. What you mean? They got something. They got Zach, you know.
Oh, Cortland Sutton, good luck, buddy. Oh, God, good luck. Good luck. Javonte, if I was you, I wouldn't even run hard, bro. I'd make myself look like a 600-yard running back so I can get out. But right now, with this mess of a team, I got 3 wins, bro.
Coach, I got 4.
Okay, and I was looking for that 4th one. I was really looking for it.
But I'll start.
Yeah, you do it.
So, so they're gonna lose their first 6 games. This is what I have. I don't think they had their first win until they play the Broncos. Until they play the Panthers. Then I have them beating the Colts. Oh, coach, I might have to go back. Oh no, I might only have.
I got to go back too because when you started talking, I just realized I gave Kansas City more wins. I think I got to take a win.
No. So I have them winning the first game against the Raiders. So okay. I have that. That's 1 win.
I had that one too. Then I somehow haven't beaten the Chargers in the second.
I have them. I think that's what it was for me too. So I have them beating the Panthers. I have them beating the Colts, and then I think they beat the Chargers, and that's it. So those are my 4 wins: Chargers, Colts, Raiders, and Panthers.
What did I do with the Colts? Did I give you? No, I got to lose to the Colts. I'm going to keep the Raiders and the Chargers, and I'm going to add with you. I'm going to add Carolina. Nah, bro, I can't even do it. I actually trust Carolina more than I trust the Broncos.
I don't know. I don't know if I can trust Carolina, man, because I don't know. I just don't know, Coach. I don't know what we're gonna get out of Bryce Young this year. I don't know. I want to say that he turns it around, but I don't know. I really don't know.
He wasn't bad last year. He was just on a team that had nothing. Nothing. Yeah. And it's just like when you look at the draft this year, they added nothing.
Yeah, that's the thing. They didn't add anything, and I don't see.
So what do y'all expect to do?
They gave him a receiver, so he has another receiver.
Yeah, they did do that. I remember that.
His offensive line is still trash.
Trash. Like unbelievably trash. Running backs, trash. Defense. He's riddled with trash all over the place. He need one of them things for the beach to pick that crap up everywhere, every step he takes. Like that's how much trash is on that is littered all over that field, and that's on their team.
Yeah, and then Brian Burns is gone. He ain't there no more. So I don't know.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give Carolina I'm going to give the Denver Broncos this win against Carolina. Just because defensively, I think the Broncos are that much better. Mm-hmm. So they might even be able to win by that, a defensive turnover. Yeah, I'll stay with 3 wins. I got them winning. I got them losing the first 4, beating the Raiders, Chargers, losing to New Orleans in Week 7, beating Carolina, and then it's lost. It's just a downhill loss right after that.
Yeah,
every game right after that.
I'll be pleasantly shocked if they win more than 4 games.
Me too. And here's the thing: it can happen through one reason only, simply because of injuries. Another team that they coming up against just had like one of those injuries where certain players aren't playing, so they have an up one because this team is depleted in a sense. But that's the only way I really see them going past 3-4 games.
Yeah, same thing. And we're making all these predictions if everybody stays healthy. That's the thing.
On this one, oh God,
this is if everyone stays healthy. Now, if everyone's not healthy, this may go up, or also may go down. We don't know. We don't know.
I don't know who. If somebody goes down on the team, I don't know who's taking over.
I don't know either. Like,
who's the backup quarterback for the team?
Coach, I'm actually about to look at the roster right now. This
All these Broncos.
I had it up. Bo Nix. Remember, they drafted Bo.
Oh, that's right. They drafted Bo. He's gonna take over. He's taking over the team.
Yeah. So
I don't know how good he's gonna be, but if he's better than Zach Wilson, he'll take over.
Yeah, they got Bo Nix and Jared Stidham.
That's right. Stidham's still hanging on.
But I mean, they still got PS2, so they still got a great corner back there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do. And actually, their defense is still good.
Yeah, their defense is still solid. You know, Levi Wallace is back there. Drew Sanders, a nice good tight end. John Franklin Myers. So I think they will be. I don't know, but the receiving core is not the best.
It's bad.
You got Tim Patrick, Marvin Mims Jr., Philip Dorsett, Cortland Sutton, and Josh Reynolds and Troy Franklin. So I don't know.
That ain't the C listing of receivers I've ever heard. Y'all not getting to the party, bro.
And then Samaje Perine is a running back. Coach, I don't like this roster. I don't.
No, it's bad. It's below basic.
They have a they're one of the few teams that have a white cornerback. Riley Moss.
He getting burnt. He getting burnt, bro. Don't play Chase.
So they got that going for them. But I don't see them getting more than 4 wins. Like I said, I'll be pleasantly shocked. And
you would have said white safety, I might have been a little bit more impressed. You white corner, oh man, hey. His wheels gonna be heavy, bro. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know.
He'll be in a nickel. They'll put him in a nickel.
At nickel? You sure you want him to be a nickel? Nickel's the slot receiver.
Right. Oh, would he be so flat coming off that break? No, that won't work.
You might as well put him as a backup safety. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably what he's gonna end up being as a safety anyway. I doubt they keep him at corner.
Oh, Coach, I know we're doing a football show, but I got some NBA news.
Oh, go ahead.
Came up. So Kristaps Porzingis just underwent foot surgery. He's expected to return in 5 to 6 months.
Okay. So that'd be right before training camp, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no.
No.
Season would have started by that time.
It's 5 6 months. Oh, that's right. I'm thinking. That's right. Oh, yeah. He might miss. He might miss the the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I mean, if it's 5 months, that's November, so he's going.
Yeah, so he's gonna miss the whole month of October. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. He'll miss.
He'll miss like a week. He'll miss like a week or two.
NBA starts at the end of October.
Yeah, but if it's 6 months, then yeah, he will miss.
Then he'll miss that whole month of November. Then.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If I'm Porzingis, I actually am gonna miss that time.
If I'm the Celtics, I draft Kyle Filipowski out of Duke.
Yeah, that way I can let you sit out 6 complete months and get as healthy as you need to be. I don't want you 80% coming into the season. I need you 100% coming into the season.
Mm-hmm. Now, as a Duke fan, I hope they do not draft him because I do not like the Celtics. So I hope they don't. But that's it for the NBA news. But yeah, the Broncos 4-13, 3-14. I don't see anything better than that.
Yeah, I don't see anything over 4 games.
And honestly, I don't see much of a difference with this team than that team. Honestly, that's just me.
I'm with you.
I don't see a difference between the Raiders and the Broncos at this current moment. I like the coaching that comes with Antonio Pierce, but I mean, what did they do to really improve this roster?
Exactly.
I don't see much of what they did to improve this roster. Now, they improved the coaching for sure because you got Antonio Pierce in the building, and we saw what happened in the last few, in the last part of the year with him being there. So, I think, Coach, I got him at 3-14. That's what I got him at.
So you know we flip flop, right?
So you got him at 4-13.
I don't see more than 4 wins for this team, and I really like them because I like the coaching. I like what they want to do.
I do like that they drafted Brock Bowers out of Georgia. I think that really helps them. But for me, it's just the quarterback. How good is Aiden O'Connell going to be?
Between that and who's running the ball for them?
Yeah,
because they lost Jacobs. He went Green Bay trying to get Adams to come over,
but they got Alexander Madison. That's who they went and got. So I don't know.
They might as well have got the right coach.
I don't know. They got Jacoby Myers as a wide receiver, and
he's the 2, and he get thrown the ball like he the 1.
Well, Jimmy G is gone. I don't think they have to worry about that.
Okay, that's true. That wasn't Jimmy G.
Jimmy G gone. They don't got to worry about that anymore.
Oh God!
But you still got Devontae Adams. You got Michael Gallup. So they went and got Michael Gallup as well.
That's actually a really good pickup, to be honest with you, if he can stay healthy.
So you know what, Coach? I might change this. I might.
Well, see, for me, the teams they're playing. Actually, I know one of them I'm definitely changing. They're going to beat the Broncos.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got them splitting with the Broncos. I think I have them splitting with the Broncos, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think I do too. But I think I might change another one of these games, though.
If I had to change one to give them 5 games, it would have to be Jacksonville.
See, I think they're going to upset someone in their division, too. And I already said that they're going to be swept by the Chiefs. I think they're going to upset. I think they're going to upset the Chargers.
You think they'll beat the Chargers twice?
I think they're going to win one of those games.
Oh, I have them splitting with the Chargers. I have them splitting.
So I have them. I didn't know. I had them.
Okay.
But now that I'm going over it again, I think they might split with them.
Could they beat Atlanta in a Monday night game? Late in the season, week 15?
I think it's possible for sure.
If they've gotten strong through the season,
yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, but you going up against Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins on Monday night ain't what he used to be before he got to Minnesota. So he's actually pretty good on Monday night. I think he won the last 3 Monday night games he played on.
And you got to remember, I think what a lot of people fail to realize when you watch Kirk Cousins with Minnesota, with Jettas, if you looked at what Minnesota offensively was doing, they was putting up 35 points a game. If you look defensively what Minnesota was doing, they were giving up 36 points a game. So how is Kirk Cousins, who is putting up 30-plus points a game with this offense, what is he supposed to do if the defense is also giving up more than what he's putting up?
It's not
much. You're not sitting here losing games because Kirk Cousins turned the ball over at the end of the game. You're not sitting here losing because the running back is fumbling at the end of the game. You're losing because your defense can't stop somebody at the end of the game, period. That's it.
Yeah,
You're not losing 35-17 because Kirk Cousins can't put up more points. He's putting up all the points he can put up. The defense just can't stop a cold. And you watch that numerous weeks for a couple of years before he left. And don't get me wrong, that's before the new coach came in, and you can kind of see the new change because that was that ass end of Zimmerman is where you started seeing a lot of that. And then when that rookie coach came in, he kind of had to pick up from there. So he's still kind of dealing with that same situation. But the last year or so, he's changed that defense tremendously where they're not giving up a lot of points like that. They're playing good defense throughout the 4 quarters.
Yeah, they are. So I'm gonna go through the schedule again. And I think so. I think they get their first win against the Panthers. I don't like the Panthers at all. I'm sorry.
Same here.
I think they win the.
They have a tough schedule.
Second game against the Broncos.
Yep, I have that one too.
I think they beat the Jaguars.
Okay, that's the one I'm gonna give 5 then, because that's the one I was thinking they could or couldn't.
So I'm gonna change it to 5 and 12.
Okay, same as here. That's the 5. That's the 5th one I'm gonna give. They're gonna win the last 3 games. I like that.
That's what I was gonna say too. I think they win the last 3 games. I think they beat the Jaguars, beat the Saints, and beat the Chargers.
And don't get me wrong, there's still a couple of games in here they could sneak if just things go their way. If they come out more powerful than we all think they will. Because again, we don't know what's going on. This is blank information. We're just banking off what our brains are telling us what we saw last year and what we believe a team can do coming into this year with what they've done, draft, combine to now. So yeah, I like the 5 games.
Yeah, because at first I was just like, nah, I don't see it.
The quarterback situation is throwing off a lot.
Definitely, but we'll see. We'll see, because they won some games last year that we probably didn't expect them to win. Because remember, they beat the Chiefs last year. They beat the Broncos the last game of the season, of course. They beat the Jets, but that was without Aaron Rodgers, of course.
Exactly, yeah.
Cooked the Giants. I mean, but the Giants aren't that good. Beat the Patriots. I wasn't expecting that. And beat the Packers.
I wasn't expecting.
So they're bound to win a game that's going to shock us. And I wouldn't even be surprised if that game is the Chiefs again. I wouldn't be, because it's a divisional game, so it's possible.
Absolutely. Those are some of the toughest. People got to understand, those are some of the toughest games that these people play, is the ones literally right next, their next door neighbor.
Yeah. So now, Coach, we got, last but not least in the division, the Los Angeles Chargers, who went and got the national championship coach, Jim Harbaugh, out of Michigan. He brings his staff over. And then they deplete the receiving core. Keenan Allen is gone.
Costing his life right now, because he does not like that catch he come from Caleb Williams.
He sure didn't. Mike Williams is gone. So
he's with the Jets.
Exactly. Then Austin Eckler is gone. So you lose most of your offense. But for some reason, I still like what they could be capable, what they can do. I'm not sure why, but I think they have a good enough team, and I think they'll come up with a good enough scheme to be able to get some wins. So they went and drafted Ladd McConkey. They went and they helped out their offensive line and got Joe Alt out of Notre Dame. They went and signed J.K. Dobbins. They also got Gus Edwards, so they helped bolster up their running back room. They went and drafted the who I wish we would have drafted, Brendan Rice out of USC, who was Jerry Rice's son. I think that's going to be a sneaky good pickup for them. Still got Bud Dupree. You got Joey Bosa. You still got Derwin James. Still got Khalil Mack. So this defense is it could be good with the scheme. And with this roster, I think it's good enough to help them get some wins. It's just you have to make sure Justin Herbert stays healthy. You have to protect him as much as possible. And I think if they do that, I have them going 10-7 or 11-6.
We flip-flopped again. I got them going 12-5.
What? Okay. Let me hear you first. I got to hear you first.
This is one of the easiest schedules by far. Just by looking at the names of the teams that they're playing, based off their division, it's riddled with a bunch of good luck charms. Like their first 2 games, I can change one if I have. Let me see. No, I think I got them splitting in the division all the way, except for the Broncos. Nope, I got them losing to the Broncos. Because my losses are Pittsburgh, Denver, the Browns, the Bengals, and the Chiefs.
Okay. So my losses are also the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Browns, Ravens, and Chiefs again. And I also have them losing to, I think they lose to the Falcons and the Bengals. So those are the losses that I have for them.
You think they lose to the Falcons?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you know what? I think that'll be an evenly played game. I have, because I think the Chargers defense is a little bit better than the Falcons. Falcons to me still haven't really done much to fix that defense. That's what holds me back from certain wins that they play.
I just realized I had them losing against. I had them getting no win against the AFC North. So I don't think they beat anyone in the AFC North. I think they get swept.
Really?
Mhm. I like all the defenses in that division.
Yeah, me too. Because I think the only one I have them beating is the Ravens. That's the only team I have them beating in the AFC North is the Ravens.
Oh, okay, so that's probably where we disagree.
Yep.
I don't think they beat the Ravens. I think the Ravens' defense is too good, and I don't think they have enough to be able to stop Lamar Jackson. So, and it's a Sunday night, and that's a Sunday night game too.
That's going to be in December, I think, week 14.
Yeah, that was November 25th.
Ooh, Christmas Day. Ooh, wee.
No, November, not December. November.
Oh, November. Sorry, right before Thanksgiving. Okay.
Yep. So that'll be interesting.
Now, I'm gonna keep what I got. Because I like everything else, and I like the fact that I have them going to beat the Raiders. Because I do like the fact that I have them losing to every other AFC North team as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll keep the one beating them. Because I gotta have an upset with this easy schedule that they have.
Yeah.
And the only lost upset I can think of are the three teams in the AFC North.
Mm-hmm.
They could lose all four of those games too, though. Jeez. Just because again, the AFC North is a brutal division.
It's a brutal division, and everyone there has a good enough defense to where they can stop you just with their defense alone.
Yep.
I think the only defense that people may question right now is the Steelers, simply because the Steelers' defense wasn't like top 5 last year.
Yeah.
I think they were like middle of the pack, maybe.
They were. It wasn't that Mike Tomlin defense that we know of.
No, it's not. It's not that defense that we expect. So that may be the only one that I might get wrong. So
you know what? I'll be honest with you. I like that. So I'm gonna switch mine.
Joe, you're right. You know what? You're right. Joe, right. So the Bengals defense too. It's not great, but it's
that's very true. Bengals defense don't. They're subpar. So you know what I will do in an upset? I'm gonna have them lose to Baltimore. But I'm gonna have them beat Cincinnati.
I'm gonna give them an extra.
They're the weaker defense of all 4 of those teams.
So I'm gonna give them an extra win. So I think they beat the Bengals. So I think we agree there. I think they beat the Bengals.
Yeah, that's the one I think they'll beat. They'll lose to the Ravens, but I think they can handle the Bengals. Bengals have a nice offense, but let's remember something too about these Bengals. They did lose Joe Mixon.
They lost Tyler Boyd too.
Tyler Boyd. And he was I don't think people paid attention a lot, but he got them out of a lot of sticky situations.
Mm-hmm. Him and T. Higgins.
Yep. Now, is T. Higgins still there? But he's getting franchise tag, right?
He's still there. He hasn't signed his franchise.
And he's not. He can't sign it until
or did he sign it? I think he did sign it. Yeah, he did. He did sign it. He did.
Okay, then he'll be at training camp. Okay. Because it's either you sign it and go to training camp, or you wait till after training camp and then sign it.
Mm-hmm. So, because from last time I saw it, he was he signed it and he went to training camp. So
okay, good. Also, Joey's body worries me. He hadn't had a healthy body since he came into the NFL.
Yeah, he's had one healthy season.
Yeah, and that was the one where he went to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Okay. So he scared the heck out of everybody last year, and still ended up didn't even play the whole season.
Exactly.
So his body worries me, and that's where I think I can switch that with the Ravens, because everything you explained about the Ravens just gave more confidence. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, the Ravens are, especially on the Sunday night game late in the season, like they're a problem to deal with. Like,
yeah, that defense is nasty.
And if you don't get up on them on points, you're done. Like, if you keep that game in the first 2 quarters 7-3, you're losing.
Yeah, they're gonna come back and win that game. So
exactly.
I don't.
You actually have to separate yourself like 17-3 in order because they're still going to come back, but that at least separates you. More?
I think you're going to need to put 21 up on them to
21-3?
You got to be at least 21-3.
It has to be early. It has to be early. It can't be a late. I mean, or because if you, it has to be
or if you're up like 14-3 at halftime, you got to come out and score immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Something late like that. Yeah. But you have to strategically compile points on the Ravens, or they're just going to blow past you without you even realizing.
Yeah, and then Lamar is so elite when it comes to being able to get down the field. He can either throw it or he can run it. And you don't want him running. If Lamar Jackson is running on you, you are going to have a long day.
And here's another thing. You actually don't want him throwing on you now because his passing went up from 2,800 to 3,600. I need people to understand how substantial
that is an 800-yard difference. He can easily make that an 1,000-yard difference.
Remember, because that was his running at one point.
Exactly.
So he's been able to figure out where he can scale back here.
Yes.
To add here.
That's what makes it scary for Lamar Jackson. Because just imagine if he throws for 4,500 yards. Oh my gosh.
Does that mean he'll run less? Absolutely. That means he's doing Patrick Mahomes running 300, 400 yards rushing because he's putting up 4,500 yards pass. That's the same boat as Josh Allen.
And that's because he got Derrick Henry back there. So you got that as well.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're beating the Chargers. That Chargers defense is not going to handle Derrick Henry. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Now
Ain't too many defenses that can.
Now the only thing, of course, is the receiving core. That's it. That's the only thing that you can kind of sort of question. But you saw what they had with the receiver that they had there. That was other than his mistake he made in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, he's
good enough. Odell's not there, but that's fine. You still got Rashad Bateman there. So
he needs to turn it up. Seriously. Like he needs to make himself the number one receiver, and everything will be okay in Atlanta. But if not, then you were such a bust.
I think the receiver they drafted last year should be the and I can't think of his name right now. But I think he should more than likely be the number one receiver. If the Ravens want to be successful, he should be the number one.
Just leave Bateman as a stretch.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's fine because he does get down the field very well.
Yeah, he does, and he's very shifty. He's a good route runner. Zay Flowers.
He'll be the number one. Yeah.
So he has to be the number one in my eyes.
He took over. He took that over last year. I forgot what game I was watching, but it was because it was beforehand. It was like where he was trying to get out there. It was a couple of things, a couple missed passes, but it was one game he had where he just went nuts.
Probably the game against us.
It might have been middle of the season.
No, we was at the end. We played them on Christmas.
No, it was in the middle of the season.
I know he had a good game against us, though. I know that.
I do know the corner he played wasn't good, but that's good. Like he needed to get under his feet. He needed to be the guy that Lamar, when he needs to turn his head to him, he knows exactly where to go.
Yeah, but if Chargers they can go 11-7, they can be 12-5, or they can be 10-7.
That's the one thing about the Chargers.
They're in that range. They
have a lot of variables. Exactly.
Range.
Yep.
It's very.
To be honest with you, they lose one piece, they're done. They're a bit fragile right now. If they lose anything to injury,
I think the one thing that I question though is them getting rid of all the receivers and keeping Quentin Johnson. Like that's who you think that's who you think is the best receiver. Like pay Keenan Allen, keep him. They could have.
They could have before they paid Herbert.
Yeah,
they shouldn't have paid Herbert. Herbert oh my god. And I was the biggest Herbert.
Herbert still doesn't have a playoff win. So come on, man.
So why does he have a contract? Please explain to me why he has
same reason why Trevor Lawrence has one. Well,
Joe Burrow had to live, not Joe Burrow, Joe Flacco had to live in the playoffs.
Well, Trevor Lawrence has one because he actually beat the Chargers. So that's how he got his contract.
And again, like I said, it's like we're just paying people to be average now.
Yeah.
We're just paying people to throw 30 touchdowns a game, a season. Like that's horrible. Like Trevor Lawrence has no business with a contract. But again, I've seen Jacksonville do it to Blake Bortles, so it's not like they did anything different.
Yeah, they just being Jacksonville.
They always overpay a quarterback. Like this is nothing new for Jacksonville.
All right, Coach. Now we're done with the AFC West. We're going to my division now.
Let's go.
And we're starting off with my team, the San Francisco
Okay.
49ers. Starting off with the reigning NFC champions, Super Bowl runner-up. I have us, if healthy, and that's of course with Brandon Ayuk staying. I don't think he's going anywhere though. They just had a good meeting saying that they both sides want to come to an agreement so he can stay there for long term. I have us going 13-4.
Ooh, Dave. I have the 49ers going 13-4 as well.
Oh, wow. I wonder if we have all the same games too. So I'm a name the losses that I have for
Okay.
us. The Bills is 1. I think that's a game that we lose. I believe we split with the Seahawks. I also believe another game we lose is the Packers. I think we lose to the Packers. Then I think we don't lose again until we play the Lions.
So I have the first away game against the Rams. I have the first away game against Seattle. So there are 2 away games. There are 2 divisional away games. And that one against us Thursday night. And Thursday night, they never go the way you want. So, of course, I would want 49ers to win and Seahawks win that game. And then I have them basically winning all the way into the last 2 games where they lose to Detroit and then lose to the Cardinals on the road. Because they may not need that game for any reason.
That's true. But I think the Packers and the Bills catch us off guard after beating the Seahawks on the 17th. I think we lose to the Packers because those are 2 road games. So I think we lose those 2 games and then beat the Bears, Rams. See, the thing about the Rams is even though they always have good teams, good enough, they can't beat us.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't beat us if we play everybody. They beat us.
Very true.
Now the last game. Now they beat us the last game of the season last year because Purdy didn't. We didn't play our starters all the way through. Sam Darnold played most of that game, so it
he did.
Really didn't matter. And plus we had already we clinched the number 1 seed, so we just like all right, we don't really matter. So that's the only reason why we lost that. But when it matters against the Rams, we beat them.
Exactly. That game did not matter. It had no implications to you guys' playoff position at all. So why do we need to go out here and stretch this game?
Yeah, that's why. But that's why I have us sweeping them because we pretty much have dominated them since Kyle Shanahan got there.
You know what? And I ain't gonna lie to you, I do like how Kyle Shanahan picks on Sean McVay. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm gonna make that a win, and I'm gonna give that loss. I'm gonna give it to the Bills. They're gonna lose to the Bills, like you said.
Yeah. So
I was thinking about that one too. If I had to switch one, which would it be? But so yeah, I like that. I give them the loss to the Bills. Bills need that win more than they needed.
Another game I could possibly see us losing is a game where everyone thinks we're going to be able to dominate them because we've done it lately. It's the Cowboys.
You know, I was thinking about that one too. Sunday night at home, Cowboys could come on the road. They got Zeke back. The defense should be good to go. If Dak can capitalize off what he did last year, that's actually very dangerous. I have the Cowboys going 9-8, but I do have the Cowboys losing to y'all because we did them already, and I picked the Cowboys to lose to y'all. So that's one reason why I kept it the same way.
Same.
Okay.
Same. But I wouldn't be shocked. That's
one game. So that's a game when I do my weekly predictions that I can actually change based off the momentum of how the Cowboys are doing throughout each week.
Mm-hmm. And then I think the Cowboys are coming off a bye too.
Yeah, I think so. Either coming off or they play y'all then go on a bye. It's one of the two.
But that's an early bye for them too. Yeah, that's only after 5 games or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that looks like we didn't have much of a difference in this one.
And I don't see them. It's like they don't have an easy schedule, but they don't have an easy schedule. So if you look at their
Yeah,
roster,
because it's somewhat
where
competitive.
the teams they're playing are. If they were to play the Jets later in the season, that could be a loss. But they're playing in week 1. If they were to play, if both of these Ram games were to be later in the season, you could say maybe one of those would be a split depending on the situation. But with one being so early and them most likely already winning that one, they can come out and win that other one. And the only other team, Kansas City, could give them problems.
Yes,
they could give them problems.
They've given us problems, so that's definitely likely.
And maybe Tampa Bay because they play good football.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some like I know I'm holding strong to a 13-4, but that 13-4 can easily fall to an 11 and 5.
11 and 6.
11 and 6.
Yeah, it definitely can. And we can also get upset too.
Yep.
I can see the Dolphins possibly beating us because of their offense. And I can see I can see what you're saying about the Cardinals. I can see the Cardinals winning one of those games.
Yeah. Just because that first Cardinals game is within those first 5 weeks where, the season's not, every player ain't ready yet. You know what I mean? So that's just one of those where Cardinals could upset the 49ers in that game.
Yeah. And it's a divisional game, so I wouldn't be surprised. And
again, Kyler Murray is at his dangerous the first 7 weeks of the season.
That's when he plays really good. Second half is like, all right, just chalk up the hill. All right, Coach. So now we got our heated rivals, Los Angeles Rams. I have the Rams going 11 and 6.
I'm not too far off. I have them going 10 and 7.
Yeah, I think the Rams could easily be a wild card team.
Yeah.
I think they could be a wild card team or win the division. If they play better than we do and have the better record, they could easily win the division.
They have to steal a lot of games to do that.
Yeah.
And what I mean is they would have to steal a game against Eagles. They would have to steal one against the Bills. And they would have to steal one either against it ain't gonna happen because they're not stealing 2 games against the San Francisco 49ers. So and you know what? I actually got them going 9 and 8 because I just gave the 49ers both of those games. So where's that other one? So I actually got them going 9 and 8, yeah. Yeah, their record, their schedule isn't as easy as a lot of other guys in here. Like, and again, it's because of who they play and when it's placed.
Yeah, but I think they can easily win that first game against the Lions. I think they can win that game. I think they beat the Bears. I think they beat the Packers. I think they beat the Rams. I believe.
I don't think they beat the Packers.
Okay, so that's probably where we disagree. I think they beat the Vikings. I think they lose the first game against the Seahawks. I had a hard time thinking about the Dolphins and Rams game, but I gave them that one. I got them beating the Patriots. I got them losing to the Eagles. Losing to the Rams, losing to us. And I think the losses I have is, let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I actually have them being upset by the Saints. So that's another game.
And I got them beating the Saints.
Yeah, so that's why I have them 11 and Oh no, my bad. I'm tripping. No, because I said 6. I said 11 and 6, right?
You said 11-6. I said 10-7.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So 6. So I got him losing to the Bills, losing to us twice, losing to the Seahawks, losing to the Eagles, and losing to the Lions first game.
Is it the Lions first game? For some reason, I had the Chargers in here.
Yes, Lions first game.
Okay, that Sunday night game?
Yep.
Okay, let me change that. And I think I oh no. Okay, so that's a loss. That is not a win. They're not beating Detroit in that first game. And now I have them going 8-9. Who can I change? They're gonna have to upset somebody in order for me to give them 9 wins, or they're gonna be 8-9. Nope. I'm gonna keep them at 8-9.
8-9. Ooh.
Yep, I'm keeping them at 8-9.
Uh-oh.
And it's simply because I don't see them beating Buffalo, San Francisco, and the Jets between weeks 14 through 16.
I think they may be able to get one. I mean, Aaron Donald is gone, but I think
they replaced him with a good rookie.
Yeah. So I don't.
But I don't know if that's going to be enough defensively because, I mean, Aaron Donald was a lot on that defense.
He was.
That big piece being moved. I just feel like that defense is not going to be able to function the same way. Like for instance, you'll be able to run like dogs on the Rams this year. I really believe that.
Yeah, we've always been able to run on them now. That's never really been an issue.
I tell you what. Did I do the Jets? I know it. Yeah, I did. Let me see. What did I give the Jets against? I have them. This is an old one. No, it's not the same one. Shit. No. I have them. No. I found it. I have them losing to the Rams. So that way, okay, perfect. All right, so I can give the Rams the win against the Jets. Because I actually have the Jets losing to the Rams. Okay, I can deal with that. All right, so that puts them back at 9-8. And that still gives them the ability to steal 1 to 2 games to be a wild card.
It's possible, man. And honestly, 9-8 can get you as a wild card in there. That might be the last wild card.
In this division, it can.
So it's possible. All right, Coach, let's go up to Seattle.
Ooh.
This is where Sam,
new coach.
Yep, new coach, got a new backup quarterback in Sam Howell.
He's going to take the job soon if he's anything what I think he is.
Yep, you still got Geno Smith there who got a contract last year. So what's going to happen with the Seahawks, man?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We can all say that 12th man has officially died with Pete Carroll leaving the team. This entire organization is going to have to go under a reconstruction. They have to find a new identity. It is not the 12th man anymore. That is gone. That was built under a system. That system is gone. You have to find something else.
Exactly.
Right now, you ain't gonna find it.
But remember, I do like who they made as their head coach because of his defensive philosophy that he had with the Ravens. So I think that'll help them. I just think it's going to take another season for it to actually start trickling down.
Like something. Exactly.
Yeah.
He still has moves he needs to make for his team before they start looking at him like we looking for somebody else. You know, so it's a process. Now, here's the good thing about that process. I have the Seahawks right now only winning 6 games, but that's a good process.
Well, we're not too far off. I got them winning 7.
Okay. And I actually have them with a plus, meaning 6 games, but depending on who they play, because I have them losing basically weeks 13 through 18. I might not keep it that way. Actually, I don't know why I'm keeping it that way. That's going to be 7 wins because I don't know why I have them losing to the Bears.
They got a nice receiving core with Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and
Let's change that to 7-10. I have them, so I'm at 7 wins.
and Jackson Smith and Bigma. You know, they got Kenneth Walker. They're running
Not sold on Kenneth Walker, man. He should have broke out last year. He didn't. I hope he does it this year and changes my mind a bit, but I'm not really sold on him.
Yeah, I got Noah Fant, of course.
Because don't they have another running back too?
Yeah.
That they drafted after Kenneth Walker?
I think so.
Because they played both of them last year.
Mm-hmm. So let me look at this roster. I know Kobe Lewis, Kenny McIntosh. You're not talking about neither one of them. Ricky Person. Can't be talking about him. Kenneth Walker. I don't know who. I'm not sure who you're talking about because Kenneth Walker is their best running back.
So maybe. Oh, never mind. Kenneth was the rookie to whoever was the starter.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And they got rid of whoever was a starter, and he's a starter. So I hope it work out.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't because I could care less about the Seahawks. I could care less about anybody in this division. I hope they all go 0-17. Yeah, I'm probably the one person that does not care about division pride. I do not care. But yeah, Sam Howell could easily win this job over Geno Smith. So yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest. One of the things that comes with this team is just can Sam Howell take over?
And if he takes over, can he be the leader that this team actually needs?
And will they protect him and not have him throw the ball 3,000 times?
Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason why he was leading for those first 9 weeks because they had him throwing in a ridiculous amount of times. But yeah. I get it. And then when he was connecting, it wasn't like there were bad numbers. He had great numbers.
Yeah,
but he can't do that today. He can't do that to your quarterback. You got to have a balance.
No, you got to give him a balance. And Kenneth Walker is the perfect balance.
Yeah.
For him. So if you want to get him a chance, then that's what you do. So where do you have what are the losses that you have for
my losses are Miami, Detroit, Atlanta, Buffalo, San Francisco, the Jets, the Cardinals, the Packers. I have them losing to the Vikings, but I don't know now. I think they might be able to pull that win out of the Vikings late in the season. And then I have losing to the Rams late the last game.
Okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's that other loss? Also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I also have them lose. I have the losing to the Dolphins, the Lions, losing to us twice, losing to the Falcons, losing to the Bills, losing to the Rams, the Jets, Packers, and Vikings.
Woo-wee. See, I'm with you on the losing to you guys twice. I had it split, but losing to you guys twice, and that puts them back at 6-11. But I was looking at another game. What do you think about Minnesota? You think they can lose to Minnesota?
I think so.
Minnesota has enough with a rookie quarterback and a subpar defense. Well, not subpar. It's getting there, but you think they have enough to beat the Seattle Seahawks team?
I think so. I think enough to beat the Seattle.
That's all I needed. I agree with you. So I'm gonna keep that loss with I'm gonna keep them losing to Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they have enough. I think they may surprise me and split with the Seahawks and the Rams. I mean, with the Rams and the Cardinals, though.
Let's see, Cardinals. I have them splitting with the Cardinals, and let's see, the Rams lost to the Rams. I haven't split with the Rams, so yeah, I'm at 6-11 with those same splits.
Yeah, but at the most, I see 8 wins. I don't see any.
Yeah, same here. At the most, if they can steal a couple of games, yeah, I have them at 8 because that would be stealing from Minnesota, stealing from Atlanta, and that'd be 8. Yep, that'd be 8.
So I got them in that. I got them in that 6-11 to 8-9 range. That's
same here.
That's where I have them at. You know, I don't like the only team I have respect for is the Rams, and I have a strong disdain for them. But
I dropped them 3 games.
I know, but I got respect for them. I still think Matt Stafford is still good enough.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you got Puka Nacua, and you got
I know you. So sad. Can't you say his name anymore? Catch everything.
Where's Carl when you need him?
Right.
Now I gotta go to the roster to see if I can remember his freaking name. Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. Why could nobody figure that? Jeez.
How could I forget that name? But you know, you got those 2 guys, so I think it's more than enough, man. I think they have enough. They still got Tutu Atwell, so he can help out as well. They got DeMarcus Robinson too, so I think it's good. I do like their receiver they got at Oklahoma this year, Drake Stoops. I think he's okay. So don't know.
It's a new regime. I can't expect more than 6-7 wins.
No.
What's going to come out of this camp this year?
Yeah, I don't expect much from the Seahawks right now. That would be surprising if they win 9 or 10 games. I mean, I don't
know football if that happens.
I'll be shocked if they win 9 or 10 games. Last but not least, the Arizona Cardinals.
The boy who runs in a circle.
I got him 6-11.
Let's see. Do I match that same energy? Dun, 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 dun. What? I got them going 9-8.
What?
Yeah, their schedule's pretty easy, dude.
Okay. Let me.
It's not hard. If they can combine what they need to combine with what they have. And here's the thing. I gave them a little more respect, not because of Kyler Murray, but because they had this guy come in at the head coach position who everybody laughed at and made fun of because they didn't understand his terminology to his team in their team meetings. They got it, right? They understood what he was saying. They responded to him loudly, right? And then what did they do in the first 5 weeks of the season with no Kyler Murray and a bald-headed dude with no eyebrows? They was winning football games, or at least at the most showing you they weren't no sleepers.
Yep, and now we got that same guy as our backup.
I know, right? Mr. Get the job done. But yeah, like because of the coach, like, man, you guys know I'm a come for a coach if he's crapping all over the team. But I will praise him if I know they're the reason this team's identity has changed. Like that's why I gave a lot of people who were crapping on Chicago Bears coach. Why would you do that? I don't know what Caleb Williams is going to be, but I told everybody he turned that defense around to something nice after what it looked like for the past few years. So he's doing something. You got to let these coaches come in and do something. Robert Salza, nobody gave him. You can say, oh, he's a great coach. Nobody really gave him a shot over there in New York. Nobody. And yet his defense stays within the top 10 every year. All the thing he's been missing was a quarterback, and he paid his britches to go get Aaron Rodgers. So when I see a coach make moves and do things to make that team become different, yeah, I'm gonna give the coach all the praise. So, or at least most of the respect. So, out of respect for this coach and what he has done You got to remember too. This team paid their quarterback, who then crapped the bed and just basically was injured the rest of the season. So that was money lost. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Then the head coach who pushed for this paycheck and had a crappy season because his quarterback didn't play. What did he do? Well, I'm gonna hightail myself on Tijuana. Didn't even get fired. You just knew it was coming, so you left. And how you ended up with another job after that as an offensive coordinator baffles me. That crap baffles me.
And
But
he's still getting paid that money from Arizona.
Exactly. So again, Arizona made a mistake. They gotta deal with and recruit from that. But what I like is a guy came in and said, "Let me take this mess and see what I can do with it." So out of respect for what he did last year, I can look at this roster this year and say that they're not much to sleep on as far as the Arizona Cardinals. They're not a great team, but if you look at their roster or their schedule, it's a winnable schedule with what they have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with them being 9-8, I don't see them bumping up, but I do see them going down. So I have a 9-8 with a minus.
Yeah, I got them at 6-11. I think they get their wins early and then, of course, just go down at the end of the season.
I don't even think they get their wins early because I have them losing to Buffalo in week 1, but then they beat the Rams because it's a division win. I have them splitting. I have them losing to Detroit in week 3, but then winning against the Commanders in week 4 because I don't really see much coming out of the Commanders and a rookie quarterback right now within the first 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Their next 3 losses are San Francisco, Green Bay, and the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do have them with a double win against Miami and Chicago because you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't trust Miami this year. I have them going 9-8. I don't really have faith in Miami this year. I actually think they're going to crumble more than what people, Tyreek Hill, that makes you such a massive, overpowered offense. And yet Patrick Mahomes has won how many without him? Let's be real. Let's simply be real. He's won 2 without him. Like, how many does he have with him? He's got one with him. Tyreek Hill was there for that one.
Yeah. Remember?
Oh, then he left. That's what. You're right. You're right.
Remember, he was there for the first one when they played against us.
That's right. So you have 1. He has 3. Who needs who?
He needs Mahomes.
He needs a quarterback. I'm gonna say it that. I'm not even gonna say he needs Mahomes. I'm gonna say he needs a quarterback.
Mm.
They had to fix so much of Tua just so he doesn't get hit that if you watch those games, they gotta load up quick because the offense gets stagnant fast.
This is definitely a proven year for Tua.
Oh yeah,
this is for sure a proven year for Tua,
and he's not gonna prove it. I'm telling people that window ended last year. They would look great. They had everything going for them. They even had Devon A-Chain. They had another running back come out of nowhere. Each week they kept coming out point. And then what happened? Nothing.
I mean, they put up 60 plus in a game, and
nothing happened.
All that to lose the first game in the playoffs.
Because you don't have a quarterback. And you don't run the ball. Again, I've been saying this again.
And you go up
run the ball, but do they really run the ball?
Nah. And then you go up against the Chiefs too. So
who, by the way, even with Isaiah Pacheco little leg, what they do? They ran the ball. They kept putting that boy. Why? Because confidence. It breeds something in you. You don't have to be the best at something, but if you're confident in what you do, and you actually have the skill set to actually do it. All you instead of being so fast, all you got to do is make one slide move, and now that person's eating dirt 5 yards behind you, and you get to jog to the end zone. It ain't about being the most fastest or more powerful. You still have to know how to put those things together. Mm-hmm. Look at Jadeveon Clowney. He ain't putting out there one of them things together. Probably the strongest being that could ever play football, and he couldn't do nothing with it.
Mm-hmm. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, Yeah, I got 6. I got them.
Are they splitting with 49ers?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna. You know what? I can take that game away because it's the last game of the season. Oh no! Is that the one where I said?
That's the one where you said. That's the one you.
Yeah,
said,
that's the one I'm gonna leave. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one because it's the last game of the season.
Yeah, because you said it won't matter. Last game.
Could they lose?
I got them winning a game against the Rams. I have them winning a game against the Seahawks. I got them beating the Bears. I have them beating the Patriots and the Panthers.
Me too.
And I also have them beating the Vikings.
Damn, me too.
So that's why I got 6 wins.
And you said you have them beating the Dolphins or no?
No.
Okay, you don't have them beating the Dolphins. I have more faith in them than I do the Dolphins. That's my thing. What about the Commanders? You have them losing or beating the Commanders?
I haven't beaten the Commanders.
Okay, me too. And you have them losing. I have them splitting with the Chargers. No, they don't play the Chargers. They're not in the division. You have them losing to the Chargers?
Yeah.
Okay, me too.
I have them splitting with the Rams.
That's what I think
they win a game against the Rams. They win a game against the Commanders. They win a game against the Seahawks. They win a game against the Bears. They win a game against the Vikings, and then they. Oh no! I think so. Actually, I'm gonna change that. So I think I have them going 7-10. So I have them splitting with the Seahawks, and then beating the Vikings, beating the Patriots and the Panthers.
Okay.
So that's 7. I believe that's 7. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Yeah. I can do that because then I can keep my 9 with a minus to go down.
Yeah. So I have the Seahawks and Cardinals pretty much finishing with the same record.
Yeah. And I think I do. Yeah, pretty much the same. Cardinals, Seahawks. Oh no, I got them at 6-11. And I got Arizona. Yeah, I got Arizona 9-8. I think they're better than the Seahawks this year. Mm-hmm. They still got James Conner. They added another running back behind James Conner. They do have a great wide receiver, great rookie wide receiver. They still have
Marvin Harrison Jr. So you're absolutely correct about that.
They did, and they still have weapons at the receiver position. They don't have a tight end, I think, but I think that's a no. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because he was getting hit by Kyle Burke.
I told you, Trey McBride is really good. He's really good. I picked him on my fantasy team. That's how good he was. I said, hey, hold up. Let me go pick him up real quick.
As a matter of fact, somebody won his fantasy. He got into the playoffs with his last game because me and him were talking, and I actually told him to grab the Raiders tight end because if that was somebody that O'Connell can hit, it's that tight end over there because they're both good. And he said if he was going to bet money and just risk it all, it had to be on Trey McBride. Why? Because Kyler Murray just loves throwing to the tight end. And when you see something like that, you don't go away from it. Same as Kirk Cousins. You don't go away from a tight end. That's why I'm so big on Kyle Pitts this year because he has Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins loves tight ends. So with now that I'm looking at their roster, yeah, that roster ain't looking too bad now. So I think I'm good with my 9-8 for the Arizona. I still have them with the minus though because they can still lose to Miami that I have them winning, and they can lose that Minnesota game, and of course the last game against the 49ers. And I'm a little iffy on that Minnesota game.
Yeah. That last game against us might give them 8, might put them at 8 wins for me. Mm-hmm. It might not matter for us.
Exactly.
And that might put us at 12-5. But hey, either way. This is I have us winning the division again this year.
And that's another what Joe said in his comment a while ago. This one here. That's the reason I have no faith in the Dolphins. They don't play physical football. They just score a lot. But if you make them play your kind of game, they can't do it. Again, they don't sustain enough runs to manage the clock. If you look at the way they manage the offense, it's not clock manageable. It's about points. It's just about getting the points up. And then because their defense isn't that great, they like when you watch their defense, like, and I tell people don't go off what their fantasy numbers look like. You have to go off where this defense is placed. Okay, they're behind 15. They're like within that between 15 and 20, basically. Because yes, there's games where they're gonna make you turn the ball over, but there's also games where you're gonna beat their defense, and their defense can't basically. They're basically like once you score too many points on that Dolphins defense, it's like it just keeps going. Like they can't stop it, and it's weird. Like if you don't do it, they can sustain it. But it's like once you get a rhythm on them, you're there. It's like they can't get themselves out of that hole.
That's true.
Now on offense, what they're doing, they're just launching the ball up, and now they have more 3 and outs than they did before the first half.
Yeah, but I also just know that our defense is going to be too physical for them too, because of all the moves that we made, getting why is it always I forget names when I get to this point, but I like them.
Right, or the defensive end,
the DN. I think it was Leonard Floyd or something like that.
Yeah. You guys picked up Leonard Floyd.
So got him, and then
he plays linebacker too.
Mm-hmm. And then I like that corner that we drafted out of Florida State as well, Bernardo Green, out of Florida State. He's a physical corner, and that's something that we need. We need a physical corner because we already got Treverius Ward, who's a physical, and then I got the other guy.
Now, do people know what physical corner means?
Diamador Lenore. That means press up, man corner.
What that means, for you football fans out there that need to know what this means, I'm going to give you the best example I can give you, and I'm going to take you back to the Patriots when they had Darrell Revis on one side and they had Darrell Brown from the Seahawks on the other side. Okay, they had the best secondary. They had the number 1 secondary in the NFL because you couldn't pass on them. You want to know why? Because you couldn't pass on Darrell Revis, and because Darrell Browner was such a press corner. It's almost like the refs were annoyed with him and were just throwing the flag. And let me tell you something about Bill Belichick. Okay? You get flags thrown on you, where do you go? To the sideline. You know who never went to the sideline for having a flag thrown? Darrell Browner. You want to know why? Because you will always get a flag thrown on you for being a physical corner. Because that's just it's one of those skill sets that annoys because they can't see when you release. Because one of the perfect things about being a press corner is you get to lock in for 5 yards. Okay, for 5 yards. Here's where the problem lies. The referees don't know where that 5-yard lies between your heel and your damn toe. That's why they throw the flag so quick, because they can't determine, and they will not go stop the clock and go review the play to see where your foot was from them 5 yards. You see what I'm saying? But be a physical corner means that person in front of you is going to have the worst possible day because everything about you to him is just about beating him up. It's about putting your hands literally in their chest. Play after play after play after play. It gets annoying. It gets frustrating. It gets to the point corner's going to get a flag. He's going to start slapping you. Receiver's going to get the flag for slapping you. Because it looked like he's trying to slap your hand away, which he is. But it's the slap that's going to get the flag. But yeah, you guys with that physical corner, that's gonna it changes the landscape of what you can do defensively, and it changes the landscape of what that offense needs to do to you. Because if you take away their air and only thing you provide them is the ground, you can understand one thing: they're gonna have a long day. Because when the air part of the football game gets cut away, like cut out, like you can't do it, like you've only thrown 15 times in that game, buddy, you're not winning. There has not been a quarterback that has thrown under 25 times in a game. Now, you can't throw over 50 and think you're going to win. That's ridiculous. There has to be a decent balance. For me, a quarterback that can throw over 30 times a game, that's all I need. I don't need more than that, and I don't need under that. I need between 30 to 35 times a game that you're throwing it in the air. because the rest of that, those other 20-something touches, that's on the ground. That's the balance that we need. We need a 30-20 balance. Sometimes the game might shift where it needs to be a 20-30 balance. 20 from the air, 30 on the ground. It happens. But you gotta, if you're only handling your running back a ball 11 times, and then because you're throwing the ball 47, it's gonna be it's just the longevity of what you're doing on both sides to each player is not gonna last because the running back isn't getting consistency on the ground, and the quarterback is gonna throw his dead on shoulder out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. This was fun, Coach.
It was. So we went through 8 teams today.
Yep, we'll do 8 teams today.
The West Side, it was good because we had a few teams where we were basically spot on, and then we had a few not disagreements, but more so just differences. That's the one thing I love. It ain't got to be a disagreement. It's differences.
Yeah, we definitely agreed on what teams weren't going to be really good, and that's the Broncos and the Raiders.
And that same division, like it sucks because that division they went from, and that they didn't show it. Trust me, they didn't show it. But it was one point we were just like, yo, this division is going to be the fastest division we've ever seen. That same year they came out.
It just went.
It was the Chiefs winning 11 games out of that ugly division. That gave any relevance.
It was the first year Russell Wilson was there. That's what it was.
His first year.
We thought that division was going to be nice. We was like, oh, okay, Broncos trying to get back up there. And then it was just like, no.
And the worst part about it is Russell did everything he could. He had the yards. You look at the game, dude throwing 300 yards a game. Couldn't score one single touchdown. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know how to answer that question. You're in the red zone. It's not like you were 40 yards out. It's not like you were 60 yards out. Most of your touchdowns, you were in the red zone.
You look good, Coach. Look, your guess is as good as mine. It's as good as mine. I don't know. But Russell Wilson is now in Pittsburgh, so we'll see what happens with that.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see if he keeps the job or if Justin Fields takes it over. Don't know.
Oh, that's my next. That's gonna be the next set. The AFC, NFC North.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Might want to see if Carl wants to be on that one.
I was gonna see. That'll be I like that. Yeah.
Or see if Carl and Javon might be able to go on that.
Ooh,
that would be interesting.
Right. 2 of them in the same division. Hold on, because there's a Browns fan too. We got a Browns fan in the group too, man. Oh man. Okay. So I'm gonna get with Joe. I'm gonna see what we can put together because we may have to have a bigger panel for this one.
May have to
because the AFC North has more fans than people think.
Yeah. The if you look at the chat, it's more so the AFC North and the NFC East. That's what it is.
Yep, absolutely. That's why I did the NFC East that one time first.
and a little sprinkle of the AFC East.
Yeah, we got a little Bill. We got a little bit of Bills and
you got 2 Dolphin fans in there now. You got a Bills fan.
Yep. Me as a Patriots fan, of course.
Yeah, I guess, and my brother's a Patriots fan.
Yep, absolutely. And Teddy.
And Javon. So
Javon, yep.
So
we got every division like
that. No bull. Except for the we don't have the NFC North. We don't have them in there. We don't have the NFC South.
We don't have a Packers fan over there.
We do have the NFC South because Trent is a Buccaneers fan. So we got that.
That's true. Yeah, he is a Buc fan. But we don't have any NFC North fans.
No. I mean, I guess Carl kind of counts because he roots for the Lions, but he's not.
Oh no, he does. He's a Lions fan. He does count. Yeah, that counts. That does count.
He just roots for the Lions for his mom. So that's pretty much it. What about we don't have an AFC South? We don't have an AFC South.
Don't have an AFC South. No, we don't. Nobody has come on here talking about the Titans.
No Colts, Titans,
Texans, Jaguars. Nobody's coming here talking about them. No, you're right.
We got 2 divisions that need somebody. So,
right?
Somebody.
We might get some bandwagon soon because they do got a beautiful quarterback over there.
The Texans definitely gonna have some bandwagons coming up soon.
Absolutely.
I kind of sort of root for them, but that's because of the head coach. That's why I kind of root for them.
And that's very true. He's been D'Amico Ryans has been your guy since he was your defensive coordinator. So
Exactly.
absolutely.
Exactly. And then of course they got my boy Jimmy Ward over there. You know how I feel
Yeah.
about Jimmy Ward. That's my guy. So
yeah, we don't have an AFC South fan base. Okay. We gotta work on that.
Yeah, we got two fan bases we need to work on: the AFC South and the NFC North. So
Yeah.
hey, if you're out there, I mean, well, we do have a representative for the AFC West. It's just the Broncos, but
yeah. NFC South.
NFC South. But Buccaneers, Trent's a
Trent. Okay. There's a Saints fan in there too, I think. I can't remember who it was, but there's a Saints fan in there too.
Might be, but they're not that active. I know that much. But man, this was definitely a great show.
Absolutely. I hope you all enjoyed it for sure.
For sure. So I mean, my last words are thank y'all for tuning in. Coach, I'm glad that I was able to be here today. Definitely glad that I was able to make it today. This was one of the best episodes I've been able to be on.
Awesome.
And now it's, go get my football views up. I'm coming for them awards next year, man.
Here we go.
My brother walked away with 4. I predicted last year on the award show that my brother was going to walk away with some awards. He walked away with 4 this time.
Jeez.
College basketball, college football, I believe it was basketball, the NBA, and MVP.
I'm almost kind of, if you didn't listen to Coach, I'm a little glad because the boy would have walked away with 5 trophies. Over here listening to Coach, boy, what? Horrible. That's knowledge, people. That's knowledge, and that's threatening.
That's false. But man, but yeah, thank you for allowing me to be on here. Coach, you have a great day.
Thank you so much.
For everyone out there, I like to do this on all shows that I'm on. It is Men's Mental Health Month. So take care of yourself, men. Know that you are a leader. You are loved. You are cared for. You are valued. You are appreciated. Take care of you. You can't take care of no one else if you're not taking care of yourself. Mental health is very, very important, especially in our community. Just because you show your emotions does not mean that you're sensitive. Just know that you are in tune with your emotions and you have emotional intelligence. So take care of you, take care of others. When you become your best self, you attract others to be their best selves as well. So take care of yourself.
All right, last words from Coach. I'm not trying to be insulting. But NFL, there's no way on this planet that we drink water, that we raise cattle, dogs, herd sheep. You thought Lawrence was worth all that money. Really? Oh, you thought I was going to leave that alone? No. I came for Kirk Cousins because he got all that money. I came for golf because he's shown nothing to get all that money. His Super Bowl one was with the Rams, not y'all. And Trevor Lawrence, who has had probably one of the most overrated, hyped entrances into the NFL, has done nothing except for beat in a comeback game in the playoffs the Chargers. That's it. That's all you've done. Nothing else. And then you played probably the worst football you played last year. I don't know how we can look at an average quarterback and say he's worth over $200 and something million in guaranteed money, and we look at a running back that I don't care what he should be. The running back is 60% build to throw the ball and you build to run the ball, period. And running the ball is 60% of your offense. That's why you have 3 running backs, right? So that you can maintain a running system. And yet we've taken that and we've turned it into this lottery pot of money for average players. Look at all the quarterbacks that have gotten paid since Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, only one has deserved a contract. That's literally because he's been doing it longer, and that was Lamar Jackson. I don't think Burrow deserved a contract yet, and I damn sure don't think he deserved to be the highest paid. He can't stay healthy. Herbert did not deserve his contract. He got paid.
I mean, Burrow did go to the Super Bowl. So you got that.
Burrow went to a Super Bowl, and I get that. But outside of that 1 year, they start slow, they fight through the middle, and it's a lot that you have to deal with Cincinnati just to even see them in the playoffs.
And they were in the AFC Championship last year. Not this past season, but the season before.
The season before that, yeah, because they did have Burrow. So I get his contract, but highest paid, my thing is highest paid. I don't believe he's the highest paid quarterback. Contract, I don't have a problem with.
Well, we know the highest paid should be Patrick Mahomes, but and
that got taken away swiftly because how money keeps going up every year.
But he also did a team-friendly deal, so
that's true too.
He's taking a page out of Tom Brady's book.
Exactly. He got his money first and then scaled back, and that's fine. It's how you want to do it. It's just the NFL has this ideology of what a quarterback should get paid, and they're not winning anything to get these paychecks. That's the part that's killing me. You want a running back to do so much more to get money. You want a receiver out here to break his legs for 2,000 yards to even think about a contract, okay? But all the quarterback has to do is throw 30 touchdowns. That's it. 30 touchdowns and 15 interceptions will get you $286 million. $200 million guaranteed. Like, are you kidding me? See, it's not about the wins and losses. That's not my problem. It's what this person is doing in the position. Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, Joe Flacco, Matt Ryan, old boy from the Chargers. I can't think of his name.
Phillip Rivers. These dudes was breaking bones just to throw 4,800 yards, just to throw 47 touchdowns. And they weren't even looked at to get paid. So I don't understand what this new regime of money is, but it ain't winning y'all football games. It's not winning you championships. And more coaches are getting fired over these high-paying quarterbacks. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And that's why I said I wasn't trying to be a douchebag about it. But unfortunately, you all put yourselves in this predicament. And I can't wait to laugh at every single last one of these overpaid contracts. I'm going to have so much to say. If you want me to bite the bullet, have these quarterbacks make sure they come out throw over 30 touchdowns, because I promise you, if I see Jordan Love, if I see a Seahawks quarterback, if I see Purdy or any one of these unpaid quarterbacks in the playoffs over these paid quarterbacks, I'm having a field day. It might have to be an uncensored day. Coach may have to go uncensored for some of those, because it happened last year. You paid all these quarterbacks last year, all this buku money. Not one of them played football for you. Not one. Lamar Jackson is the only one. Mm-hmm.
I take that back. The only person who deserved a contract.
So he got to the AFC Championship game.
And got to the AFC Championship with that contract.
Because Hurts got
That's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Remember, he couldn't get past the second round, right?
Jalen Hurts got his contract, got put out in the first round.
Bing! Why? Because and remember, let's let's take that back real quick before I let you go. This when I was living in Texas, and I had this conversation with it was a group of us, and I said, if Jalen Hurts ends up taking this team all the way to the Super Bowl, does he deserve to get paid? You know what the consensus of the answer was? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it should have been, though? The consensus is yes, but he should not have gotten paid. We just knew that's what the NFL was going to do. And why? Because he had one of the greatest games of his career in the Super Bowl. He threw for over 300 yards. He had every stat a quarterback should have. But he did in the Super Bowl. So we're going to pay him? He shouldn't have gotten paid. And I'm not saying he shouldn't have gotten paid at all. That was too early. It was too. We cannot sit here and pay people because they get to a destination. Now their destination is ended. You put in that mind, this is all I gotta do. Yeah, I'm gonna fight. But shit, I tell you what, I made it to the AFC Championship again. Woo! I'm saying that's how they're gonna feel. You know how Joe Flacco felt? He felt scared. You know what he did with that fear? He turned into a Super Bowl and got paid for it.
Yeah, Super Bowl ring.
Not a Super Bowl appearance, but he got something that everybody can have. And that's how I've always viewed how you win. Okay, I've always said it. You put that money in your quarterback's pocket, your team is over because you have no money to spread anywhere else. That's why it's so important when you get a rookie quarterback. It's so important to try to do your best to win within those first 3 years. Because after that, you got to pay him. If he's great, even though he didn't win a Super Bowl, if he's that guy that, oh man, we can do it with him, you're going to have to pay him. You have to. But when you do, the rest of your organization about to take a nice hit for about 2-3 years. It's just the way the money, because the quarterback takes so much off the top. Not the receivers, not the running backs, the quarterback, his contract, because of what he does and where the money has to go and how they, all of it, it's a lot. Look at the Seahawks when they paid Russell Wilson. And look at the Seahawks when they didn't pay Russell Wilson. It's simple math, people.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterbacks' contracts take away. And they should. And that's the guy. But Carson Wentz wasn't the guy he got paid. And then he led them all the way. He just couldn't finish the job. Sometimes that happens. And sometimes we can't just be coughing up money. Because at the end of the day, his stats are still only 36 touchdowns. He still hasn't done more than other people. Mm-hmm. He had a successful career with a great team. Great head coach. Brady had all that too. They didn't pay him. Why? Because it wasn't just Brady. If Brady didn't have that defense, are they winning 6 Super Bowls? No. If that defense didn't have Brady, are they winning 6 Super Bowls? No. If none of them had Bill Belichick, are they winning 6 Super Bowls? No. It all has to come together. Mm-hmm. And it all has to be financially sustainable. Defense wins football games. Offenses put butts in the seats. That has never changed. We keep trying to change that mythology, and football keeps spitting it back in our face. Because what we have seen, teams that win Super Bowls run the ball. Doesn't matter if you have 4 running backs doing it. But every time that ball is touched on the ground and you're getting the first down, that's the purpose of it. You just want consistency out of a guy. Yeah. But hell, 4 guys can do it. That's what I want. That's how you keep things cheap when you pay other players. You gotta know how to move pieces around. Kansas City Chiefs are the best ways to show you. Yeah, they paid Patrick Mahomes all their money and they moved a lot of pieces. Mm-hmm. So they can properly sustain with the money that they gave their quarterback. They're not in the hole financially. But they also can't put themselves in the hole paying people money. And that's understandable. So they got to make moves where they got to make moves. It's just those teams that just bulk up all this money and then have no answer out. Here you go. Here's your team. You do it. Oh, you can't do it? Now what are we supposed to do? We gave you all this money. Well, that was your fault. Now everybody looking stupid in the organization. But my final words is pay your quarterback for actually doing something that's winnable, like getting past the second round of the playoffs, or at least making an appearance. That, to me, garnishes a paycheck. Highest paid, those are questions that can come from anywhere. But a paycheck itself, one that secures the player, get to a destination that this organization has never been to, that's how you get paid. Jaguars have been to the second round. So, yeah, you overpaid that guy.
Well, y'all heard it from Coach, man. Pay your quarterback what they deserve, not more than what they deserve. So that is FFC for today. We will see y'all
next week.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.